Hey, I want to talk to you about tiny miniatures and big ideas. I'm not trying to sell you anything, this video isn't sponsored, I just want to nerd out for a few minutes and tell you some cool stuff. Epic miniatures are like little ones, like 6mm to 8mm kind of size. That's my new thing, and that's going to be my main project for the whole of this summer. And I'd like to share with you some of the specifics. I just finished painting a First Crusade army in 6mm using Bacchus miniatures, and I absolutely loved it. It's the first time I'd ever tried painting 6mm, and it was a little bit of an experiment. But with the project coming to an end and how much I really enjoyed it, I wanted to keep going with it. I wanted to explore and see what other, like 6mm, 8mm, 10mm kind of thing, what really was out there. Now, the other game that I play is Warhammer. More specifically, I play Horus Heresy. So I kind of wanted to see, like, is there tiny Warhammer? And there is. It's called NetEpic. And whilst NetEpic is a perfectly fine game, I've got nothing wrong with it, I've read the rules, I've seen Let's Plays on YouTube, it doesn't really have that Horus Heresy vibe that I'm looking for. It's originally designed for Warhammer 40,000, and it's kind of missing that, like, je ne sais quoi, that kind of spice that makes the Horus Heresy different from its kind of older cousin. Enter Imperius Dominatus. This game was written by the same person who wrote NetEpic, like 20 odd years ago, and is specifically designed for 30k. I'm going to show you where you can get the rules, they're completely free online. Then we're going to build an army list and source some models for my 3D printer, and then in future videos we're going to go through painting, and hopefully, at the very end, I'll be able to get a game in with my friend. So, let's get started. So if you just head to the Imperius Dominatus website and scroll down just a little bit, there's a link right here where you can download all of the media for free right away. In order to build an army list in Dominatus, you need to bring together a series of different cards and different elements. You start with what's known as a company card. Now you always need a company card, and that's the core of your force. It's then attached to this all the different elements that give you that personal flair and that army list customization. Next to a company card, you can have up to 5 different support cards, or support card-like attachments. You can have a maximum of 1 special card, as many transport cards as you can afford, and then all of these can have 1 upgrade card bolted on. Now, to me this makes a lot of sense. I've read it a couple of times now, and I quite like it because it's a bit like Lego bricks, right? You've got your company like foundation, you've then got like the 5 pillars of support cards, and upgrades and so on that kind of fit on top of that. I quite like it. It seems relatively simple, and so this format we're going to actually build the list that I'm going to like start this project with. So I'm going to make a 2,000 point Legion Astartes list. So in the Dominatus file we're going to find army cards, Legion Astartes general cards, and these are the PDFs that we're going to need to build our army. Our core company card, the first thing we're going to pick, is going to be a bog standard Legion Tactical Company at 700 points. I don't want my Marines to be walking, so here's a transport card full of rhinos that will transport the whole company. That one's 400 points, bringing our total to 1100. Let's throw in 2 detachments of armoured support in the form of Predator tanks. They are 200 points each, making our total 1500. For 300 points we're going to add in some Terminators, making our total 1800 points. Then for the final bit, I'll throw in a bite detachment costing 150 and an upgrade card for the final 50. The upgrade card needs to be attached to something, so this is going to be attached to the tactical company, so the tactical company command bit will have the champion upgrade. So we have an army list, but how many models do we actually need? If we have a look at the cards again, you'll notice on the company card 21 different Marine silhouettes. Each silhouette is what's called a stand or a base of models. Now the conventional thinking for Tiny Warhammer is that you put 5 little models to a base, so I'm going to stick with that one. So with a tactical company that's 21 silhouettes and 5 models a silhouette works out to be 105 models. Now don't panic, like I get it, 105 sounds like a big number, but painting small models is actually a whole lot easier than painting their bigger cousins. But first we need to get them printed. This took a little bit of shuffling, but I can fit an entire tactical company on the single build plate of my printer. The models I'm using are all free, and all of the links that I can find and remember will be in the description below. And here we are. Some tiny marines ready for painting. My camera's not going to focus at all. So these little chaps are 7mm, 8mm, around about that. I'm aware that the original files were 6mm. I printed them off. I did some test models a little while ago. Wasn't really a big fan, but just increasing it by that 5-10%, it's for me it's so much better. So of course, you know, for yourself when you experiment with this, try things out and see what works for you. So next video, I'm going to go through all of the painting, the basing, the spraying, everything, all that kind of tactile, colourful part of the hobby. I'm really looking forward to seeing this project go straight from start to finish. I've always had loads of lofty ideas to make videos of the stuff that I do, and hopefully now I can do something properly. So if you like the idea of little models, Horus Heresy, do check out Imperius Dominatus. All of the links to everything I've tried to reference will be in the description below. If you want to comment, ask a question about something I've missed, please comment away, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.